Do you want to do the credits today, the announcement? Ladies and gentlemen, people and pipettes, back due to popular demand, James Griffiths from Infamy Miniatures. Oh, where's my window? Damn it. Oh, I misclicked. No. Oh, here we go. Epic. Yay. My... No, I can't. Right. Okay, so welcome everybody. This is already a very busy show. We have a lot of viewers, so everyone who's watching, actually, let me straighten my glasses. Here we go. Welcome to the show. I'm just checking on YouTube whether everything is working, so you'll hear the sound in a moment. Yep, works. Okay, I think we're good. As always, everyone, you can leave your comments under the YouTube video, and we'll see it here in the show, and we'll answer questions, give you shout-outs, and so on and so forth. Welcome, James. Welcome back. It's been a very boring week for you, hasn't it? Or 10 days now.
Tedious 10 days or however long it's been, yeah.
Yeah, so obviously we will be talking about your Kickstarter today, but we'll also have a couple of other subjects. For example, we will be talking about the Games Workshop Warhammer Fest.
I actually know nothing about it, seeing that there's a Warhammer Fest potentially.
Okay, we'll do that. Then we will talk about the... Why is my glasses crooked? I don't know. Then we will talk about the unfortunate end of Painting Buddha. Yes, people, it will end. Yes.
We need a sad song for that.
We need a sad song for that. We'll talk about some surprises, which are full of win. We'll talk about Figure World a little bit.
Yep.
And we will talk about 42 being the new 42. All right. See, I think my ears are wiggling because my glasses keep moving. I don't know if it's the... Here we go. Yeah, I don't know. It's maybe my ears are kind of weird today. I don't know.
My ears are weird every day.
All right. So, well, let's have a couple of quick updates. First of all, I want to look at your Facebook page.
Okay.
And I'm pretty sure that most people that watch this already know it. But if you still don't know it, it's facebook.com/infamyminis. Well, and if you're searching by name, Infamy Miniatures is going to show up as well. So now, last time we wanted to get you to 3,000 likes. Now you're at 3,212. That's pretty good, huh?
That's really good, yeah. And trying to get to 3,250 at the moment. Stretch goal in the campaign for that as well. So.
What's the stretch goal?
To get another miniature added to the campaign called Paranormal.
Ah, cool. Very cool. Well, then let's go straight to the Kickstarter, because that is a pretty cool number that you're posting there.
Yeah, let's see if it's dropped. No, it still looks consistent.
Actually, what I like most is this. It's 442% funded. Oh, you can actually see this on the screen now. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, here we go. Must show. No. I'm full of fail today. Yeah, look at this. Yay. Yeah. Very.
Tons of comments and things as well. That's really surprised me. The amount of comments in there, and it's all really positive stuff.
Yeah. I think it's been really going all around the internet, your campaign, because not only, as we said last time on the show, do you have really nice miniatures for painters, but you also have this really dense atmosphere and universe that you created behind it. A lot of talking pigeons and stuff. So.
Everyone's hopped on the pigeon thing. I was kind of worried about the pigeons. I was a bit worried people like the chimpanzees as well.
Yeah. It's kind of funny, actually. Let's look at the... Oh, actually, they're in the updates, right? The new chimpanzees? Oh, Oh, okay, cool. I haven't even seen this yet.
No.
Oh, this one. No, I've seen the artwork, of course, but ooh, this is pretty cool. Nice. So this is still the digital sculpt, right?
Yes, that is. I'm due to get the prints of him and another 4 miniatures through tomorrow, I guess, because they didn't arrive today, so they should be coming through, and there's some early precast of those as well. So things are already moving forward with that, being able to make that happen now that I've got them.
Nice, very nice. Then this is paranormal.
Apparently, I'm very mute, people are saying.
You are very mute.
Yeah, apparently so.
Okay, well, let's try to fix that. No, okay, we don't want to having repeat. No, no sound from James. That's not good.
If I get my headphones and see if I can make them work.
Yeah, that'd be better. Actually, it's kind of funny because I had no updates on my YouTube comments, and now it's like 50 updates. We can't hear James. Okay. James is very quiet. Okay, we're fixing it, people.
Am I coming through that at all any better? I'm not sure if it's...
Okay, we'll fix it. We'll fix it.
It's so pro.
Mm.
Dum, dum, dum. This is where I realize I can't use Skype. Right, microphone. Headset microphone.
Oh, now I can't hear you at all.
Uh-oh. And now my dad's ringing me to tell me he can't hear me on the BEEBLE BABBLE. Hey, Dad. Yeah, doing it. Right. Can anyone hear me now?
Okay. People shoot me a message on Facebook if you want to, and let me know if the sound is good. But it's going to be faster. Okay, Nicholas, you're watching. Can you hear James now?
Hello. I don't know. Probably not, but let's have a go.
Nicholas.
It went so perfectly last time.
Okay, I still get the message. We hear nothing from you.
Okay, I'm gonna hang up and come back in.
Just wait 1 second. Okay, someone shoot me a message on Facebook, please. There's also like a 1 minute lag, so we'll have to wait.
Yeah, no worries. Hello.
Okay, we can. Yeah, much better. Works.
What, sorry? All right, wicked. Yeah, my dad's just told me you can hear me perfectly now. So.
Okay, nice. Okay, so it's the headset. Interesting, because I could hear you just fine.
Right, I can hear you now through 2 channels, so you got a bit of an echo, but...
If you go into Skype and just mute my your what's it called? Your headset on mic on Skype.
Yeah, I'll probably mess that up. Anyway, do you want to, while I'm fiddling, do you want to throw us back on track?
You know what? We'll do just this. Okay.
Okay.
Start again.
Oh dear.
Well, do you still hear me double?
I'm fine with it. I'll just put my my monitor on mute, and that'll work, won't it? Possibly.
So we can. Okay, I get the message. You can all hear us now. So thank you very much.
Sweet.
Okay, let's do this again.
Right.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the second start. People and pipettes, blah 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 blah. Infamy, great stuff. Here we go. James.
Hey.
Okay, that was the short version.
Oh man, they missed some awesome stuff. The things I was saying that you couldn't hear, there were so many stretch goals that I just revealed.
Yes, and like everything was free and stuff, like a one-time code, and we couldn't just repeat it. And, it's just really sad.
Yeah, all the things Kickstarter won't let me do because of their restrictions. I was just giving away charity things, and yeah.
All right. So I think again, if you got any problems, just shoot me a message on Facebook. I'll see it right away. So it looks pretty good. Okay, so sorry about that. We had a couple of technical problems, obviously. I know you heard me, so that's good.
That's the important thing, really, isn't it?
And really, James hasn't really said anything important yet. So.
Nope. Oh.
No, we were talking about your Facebook page real quick.
Yeah, we did the old Facebook page,
Yeah.
which is still rocketing up.
You.
They hear me, and they really regret
Yes.
that. Look at all those friends hopping in and telling you what's going on. That's awesome.
Yeah. So yeah, a lot of people joined your page in the last 10 days.
They certainly did, yeah.
Right.
There's been a few promos and things. There's the one on the campaign to get a new model released once we get to 3,250. So that's been really helping things. And I'm also using Twitter a lot more at the moment as well, which is worth following, which is at Infamy Minis.
At Infamy Minis?
I believe so. I use Twitter very infrequently, so it's difficult to remember my own Twitter handle, but I'm pretty sure.
I haven't really done anything with Twitter myself yet. We have a Twitter account, but I'm not sure. Let's see. Do we have? I have you in here already.
Yeah, I think it's something that I've suddenly realised Twitter's great because Facebook don't try and fiddle with the algorithms on Twitter, so you can actually get your message out to people, which is really good.
Ah, cool. Yeah.
There you go. Yeah.
See, that's a lot of followers already. 361. So people
Yeah, I've been on there a while, but suddenly recently I've actually started putting pictures on it and things, and yeah, it works. People like it, and I really enjoy it as well.
Yeah, I'm actually looking into some things on Twitter with voting and counting.
Right.
Like people can actually vote. Like if we make a company decision and want to get the people involved in it, they can actually start voting which way they want.
That sounds dangerous.
Yeah, well, it is. No, it's not really dangerous. I mean, we are only giving like two good alternatives, maybe. But, no, I think there's a lot of cool stuff. Like I watched the LCS League of Legends tournaments, and you can always kind of vote who you think wins. Like, is it going to be Dignitas or is it going to be whoever, LMQ or whatever? And I like that also with the kind of being able to have those graphics on the stream and so on. So yeah. Okay, so Infamy Miniatures at Infamy Minis. Here it is.
That's the one. Yep.
And I have one too. At Painting Buddha.
Very sensible.
Yes, very sensible. And we haven't really done much on it yet, but we'll do much more on that.
No, I don't think I follow you. I'll have to do that after we're done. I know. I'm a bad man.
Yeah, we don't have many followers on Painting Buddha yet because really we haven't done anything. But that may change in the very near future. Okay, let's go back through your Kickstarter update then.
Yeah, that's been going quite well.
Repeat that real quick.
Okie doke.
So here we are. So say something. How about that?
Yeah, I mean, it's all just kept going, really. It was launched it, and within 18 minutes, I think it was, the total was hit, which was very exciting. It was a bit challenging because my internet pretty much dropped out completely for the first, I would say 10 minutes before campaign launch, all the way through the first night. I had basically no internet in the house.
Oh, that's horrible.
Which, the first time I clicked the launch button, it threw up an error message and said there's a file conflict or something like that, and it's just like, no! And then it went up, and of course, because I'd put some early birds on there, they all got eaten up, and then I needed to add extra early birds on there, which I couldn't do very fast because internet. So that was slightly troublesome, but eventually I actually did give up for a short amount of time, and me and the girlfriend went out and had a steak and chips meal, and just came back, and it was working again a little bit, so that was cool.
Yeah, we were in Stresa at the time for the World Expo.
Yeah,
and,
that's right.
It was almost impossible to get internet there. In the hotel, like an hour of internet was like €9 or something.
Right.
And the connection speed wasn't really good, and on mobile there was almost no connection whatsoever, unless you went roaming. And roaming, of course, we know it costs a lot of money. So, yeah, I was a little late on my pledge. But I was back on number 420, so that's good.
You were visibly back a 420. I don't know how to break this to you, but you weren't actually back a 420 because some evil people backed out of the campaign, which meant you're more like back a 430 something. Okay,
so we need to have about 92 people back out so I can be 420 again.
It doesn't work like that, I'm afraid. But
well, I got a screenshot, so that's all I need.
Yeah, that was. I think I messaged you, didn't I? Because I just happened to go on the Kickstarter when it was at 419, and I was like, Michael, quick!
I was pressing F5 the whole time and just waiting for it. So wait for it, now!
Loose!
That's really cool. But no, it's really amazing to see the support you have. Also, the amount of backers. I mean, 512 backers is a really good
Yeah, I
number.
know that's crazy. I genuinely did not expect it to get to either that backer total or that financial total at
Mm.
this point. I mean, I expected things to calm down a bit, and they have got slightly calmer, but there's not been really a lull. We've been breaking a stretch goal almost every day so far,
Yeah.
which is
And the
great.
first couple of days you were like really busy updating, right? Just stretch goal after stretch
Yeah,
goal.
there were quite a few stretch goals went down. I've actually put them a bit closer together now in terms of the financial gaps, just to keep things moving and keep making sure the backers have exciting stuff to look at.
Hmm.
I'm not quite ready to run out of models yet either. There's still even a few finished sculpts that I've not shown yet, so
Okay,
there's
cool.
still good stuff to come.
So up to which amount do you have stretch goals?
I guess as far as it goes, I can put stretch goals in. There's concept art for various things beyond what I've got
So
models
even
for.
for $1 million?
Um, yeah, I guess so. I'll invent something.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, that would probably be the least problem you have then.
That's one of those good problems, I suppose.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about Mr. MK1 Defense Bot.
Yeah, the Mark One. It's actually the model that I've had in my head for the longest. I've thought of this years before I even conceived of Infamy. I was going to make it as a bust, just from the waist
Ah,
up, and I
okay.
was going to make it out of like plastic card and tubing and stuff. And
Mm-hmm.
then didn't, because I have a million and one hobby ideas every month, and none of them ever happened. But that one locked in somehow, and once it came to Infamy, I realized that this might be the time to do it. And I think I'd seen on conceptart.org, it was a much more rough and ready kind of Western robot. It was basically like a tin can with 6 sticky arms coming off it and guns on them. And I just thought I'd love a version of that where it's almost like he looks like a normal gunslinger until he pulls those other arms out and from under his coat, and you're suddenly in big trouble.
I want to say we have 42 viewers right now. I'm very happy.
There you go.
People, you can comment in the comments below the video, below YouTube, and it'll show up here, and we can then talk to you. I don't know if I'm going to give 42 shout-outs to everyone. That's going to be very too much. But if you have questions with regards to the Kickstarter or anything else we have on the show, just go ahead, and I'm pretty sure we'll catch a few.
Yeah, for sure.
Right. So this was just unlocked at 44,000, right? So basically just
Yeah.
tonight.
Yeah, that actually unlocked. It was about an hour before we were due to go on air, and I had to sort out some other stuff as well. Like I sent a newsletter out a little while ago as well,
Mm-hmm.
which hopefully people are okay with the contents of that, because that was basically announcing the launch later tonight of another pledge, which is even bigger, which is the full English, which
Ah.
is getting added and has a lot of extra miniatures in it and some more options. It's got the Painting Buddha DVD thrown in there as well, so
Hmm.
that's a really good one.
So what is the full English for people that don't know that term?
Well, the full English would be a much-loved greasy breakfast that we have over here. It's one that I don't eat as many of them nowadays because I don't really drink much these days, so I don't need a hangover cure. But if you're feeling hungover and you need to get some salt and some dirty eggs and things inside of you, the full English is the way to go. I am still considering a stretch goal where I will work the elements of a full English breakfast into the pledge level. It's a bit difficult because sending things overseas, there are certain restrictions on certain food items.
Right.
But Infamy themed tea and stuff like that, that's definitely a possibility. Maybe some bacon crisps or something like that.
So if you actually get a company to make Infamy themed tea, I always wanted to make a Cylon tea, like Cylon, the Battlestar Galactica ones.
Why would you want to do those exactly?
Because it's funny. It's like you have Cylon tea, so just make it a Cylon tea.
No, I think I
Well,
might. Oh, there we go. That's a full English.
okay.
I'd have to pass the mushrooms on to someone else because
And I think
they are
my
really cool.
my Skype just crashed.
Really?
Yeah. So I will call you back.
Okay.
We have a lot of fun on this show.
Yeah, man, it's going well. So does this mean I have
So
to?
you can talk a little bit about the full English, which is currently on screen.
Oh, right. Okay. Well, the full English, basically, that's not an ideal full English, to be honest with you. There's a lot of mushrooms sitting on top of there. I can't
Hmm.
see a fried slice anywhere. You know, normally you'd want your fried slice, maybe a hash brown, although it's got some sort of potato fried thing going on. Those sausages look pretty ragged. That's what you'd come to expect. Yeah, that's about right. Oh man, this is radio. This is how it works, right?
Yeah, no kidding. So you need to turn your camera back on.
Okie doke. How
So this
do
is
I turn my camera back on?
we. This is a fun show. Okay, let's put the full English. You know what? I'm just gonna go through a couple of pictures of the full English here, so that people are
Okay.
entertained. You can comment on if it's good or not.
Am I back?
Nope, no camera from you.
Oh man, how do I go? Can I go out and come back in?
Yeah, I guess so.
Okie doke. I will return shortly.
Okay, people ask questions. We have a lot of technical problems. You want to send a hate mail to Microsoft or?
Right.
Yay! Yeah, you're back. All right.
Oh man, I feel like one of my parents right now. I shouldn't probably say that because I know they're watching, but
My mom is probably watching too. What's so funny? My mom, like this afternoon, she gave me a call. She's like, "The end of painting Buddha. What happened?" It was like
yeah,
totally,
we've got to get onto that, haven't we? That's
that was funny. So, all right, here we go. Let's see. We have a couple of questions actually, so we go.
Oh yeah, I'm just looking at those myself. I'll let you take
Oh,
them.
we have Jeremy from CreatureCaster watching.
Oh, hey,
big
man.
shout out. Infamy is amazing. Plugged you in the last CreatureCast update. Really like your stuff, he says.
Oh, brilliant. Thanks very much, Jeremy.
Good guy.
I'm a backer on yours as well. I'm looking forward to getting my Vulture Demon.
See, that's why we need to be successful, so we can actually have enough money to back other projects, right?
Yeah, well, I'm looking forward to getting the airbrush out and working that on that beast. Once I actually finish this Kickstarter, I can chill back and paint some models again. It's going to be great.
Yeah, nice. Jiboom, who is a very, very, very frequent viewer.
The backer on the campaign as well. I recognise the name.
He just asked, what do you think about your parents keeping an eye on you and in the comments?
They keep an eye on me wherever. My parents, they're like my really good mates as well as my parents. I have a great relationship with them, and they've been so supportive. They've helped me out a lot with Infamy. You know, they've thrown pennies my way when the coffers have been running low, and always give me support. They actually turned up at Figure World completely out of the blue on Saturday, just
nice.
did a surprise visit, brought a big bag of flapjack for us all to share behind the stand and everything.
That's cool.
Managed to give some of that out to a few backers who turned up and everything as well. So
how old are you again?
I'm 33.
33, that's right.
Yes,
well, see, I'm 43, and it's not going to change. I'm telling you that. My mom is the same. She reads like every blog, like, oh, there's a typo and there's something in the video. And I have a question. I didn't understand that because her English is good, but it's not that good.
Yeah.
And so she watches me all the time as well. I like it.
It's brilliant. Like, my dad's the person who really started off my deep passion for the hobby. He took me to my first games day a few months after I got my first White Dwarf, which he also got me, you know. And he used to hide models. He'd get up in the middle of the night and paint miniatures when I wasn't awake, and then there'd be painted models in the morning. He made me a Bane Blade tank out of cardboard cereal packets once.
Nice. Do you still have it?
Unfortunately, it got a bit crushed because it was made out of cardboard, and I was a very silly person. But no, he's an awesome dude. He's cool. And my mum kind of, she's like the sensible one, but to be honest with you, she's not really that sensible. She just puts up a good front.
Good. Jared Anderson asks, do you have any plans for gameplay videos to post on your campaign?
Yes, I've got Alex who runs Warplot Miniatures. He's coming over next week. No, sorry, not next week. This week. We're into this week now. Wednesday, I think he's over, and we're going to try and get some recording done because he's a proper thespian, and you know he'll be a much better person on that to do some fancy acting and things.
Awesome. Yeah, was Alex is the guy on his own Kickstarter, right? The kind of British gentleman with a pipe.
Yep. We filmed that together. That was good fun.
That was actually a very good video, I thought. Good Kickstarter
yeah, it was
video.
really enjoyable. He's actually just got all of his pledges out from his campaign.
Okay.
He's got loads of backers receiving them, getting their warbands and dragons and things like that through. So he's having a good time.
So how will that work for your campaign? I mean, obviously a lot of people have already backed at this point. Now you're tossing out new miniatures, kind of new add-ons and so on.
Yeah.
So how will this later on work in the pledge manager?
In the pledge manager, well, basically, with each pledge level, you get a certain amount of regular, large, and extra large miniatures. And depending on your pledge level, you'll get more of them, and you'll get more of a discount, basically. If you want to add on more, you can always put more into your pledge total and add on more models. During fulfillment, what will basically happen is the campaign will finish. I'll gather my senses, get a little bit of sleep, maybe eat some fruit, things like that, have a smoothie or two.
Yeah, I'm planning with this for the last 2 years, like
Yeah.
sleep more, and yeah, it's not gonna happen.
Try and stop myself from dying. Like at the end
Right.
at the end of Alex's Kickstarter, when I helped him out, the last day, it was so pathetic and we were so malnourished that when we ordered a celebratory pizza meal, I actually ordered a kebab because at least I knew that that had some salad on it, which isn't particularly good. So yeah, do that, and then the fulfillment will go out. I'm looking at 2 options at the moment. Backer kit's the easy version.
Right.
The other option is to basically, I'm going to need a web store at some point.
Yeah.
It's to create a web store and give every backer access to that web store where they can basically pick and choose with essentially, instead of paying money, they're using the credit from their Kickstarter to go into the web store and choose their items that way.
Okay, cool. Maybe you can talk to Jeremy Glenn from CreatureCaster. That he's got a like a checkout front end made for him for the Kickstarter.
Right.
He's got a good contact to do something like that.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I might do that for sure.
I'm gonna take off these glasses now.
Really? You start to get annoyed by them.
They go like this, like. Like it just drives me nuts. Like looking at myself, like straightening it.
It's going to spin through 360 degrees if you're not careful.
Yeah, no kidding.
I will say another thing about fulfillment. I'm due to start casting models before the campaign ends. Like cool. I know there's going to be at least 200 Teslas needed at the moment because of the Tesla backers pledge level and the fact you get a free one with the highest pledge level. So I already know I need those models making, so I'm going to get active on getting those molds made straight away because there's no point holding on really. So.
Well, and there's other reasons why you need some models, right?
Well, yeah, I'd quite like to have some Tesla action going on.
Are we going to talk about something tonight? Like.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, that stretch goal's been passed already, so we probably should, shouldn't we? I'm
going to try to find the overlay you did real quick.
Yeah. I teased that out in the newsletter that I just sent out. Actually, I showed a little bit of it, but.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, the video is already getting quite exciting, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it is. We're looking forward to it as well. So
yeah.
let's talk about now. We have 2 things we need to talk about. We're talking about the DVD that people already know about.
Yep, we talked about that last time.
Yep.
What we could say about that is that the sculpt has been confirmed for the Cavalier Rocketeer. Same one that sculpted Captain Brindy, David Arberas, I believe. I'm probably horribly pronouncing his name, but yeah, he's going to sculpt that one. I think he'll do a great job of it.
Okay, I'm just too stupid to see. Now I don't have my glasses on and I can't really see anything. It's like, what is going on? There you go. Okay.
Someone in the comments has said it's a culinary show tonight. I'm not sure if full English breakfast would exactly be defined as culinary. It's more like death on a plate, but
it is. You know what? The thing is, I do need my glasses. People, I'm sorry that I have the shifting glasses tonight. I don't know what's going on.
I'm trying to work out if Jason, who said that, is actually someone who's been involved. There's been some talk of fine food in the Infamy Kickstarter comments thread, you see. It always goes that way when my dad's around because he loves his cooking.
Yeah. So let me just see if that browser cam still works or if it's gone. Here we go.
Oh, there we go. Yes. Yeah. So this is the outline that my artist Sylview's made for the DVD. So it's pretty cool.
I do love the addition of the Pigeon.
Well, that was your suggestion, and as long as that's not going to obscure Ben and his paintwork, I think we can keep that in there.
Absolutely. So people that don't know our DVDs yet, we always have this kind of view. This is just a paint shop overlay right now. So the main video, you would be able to see this here. Subtitles would be somewhere here if we have subtitles. Then over here you see the artist cam, where you actually see the artist paint.
Yep.
And in this area here you would see the wet palette. It's a cover. You can actually. Oh, I have to put the logo on top of that as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can actually watch the wet palette the whole time and see what the painter is doing. And with these 3 views, you basically see everything that's going on. It's a little nicer than on the workshop. Workshop is nice because you can ask direct questions, but we all know you're standing around a table for a long time and you really don't see anything. And here it's really, you see everything that's really important for the painting process.
You can
so this will be the overlay for the DVD, but also for another little project we're having.
Yeah, that's for the surprisingly enough 42,000 stretch goal that we passed yesterday, I think it was. Yeah, it was yesterday.
Yeah, you're too fast.
I know it really went quick. It was yesterday was a weird day, but several different people. It's quite apt actually. Several people took up painted pledges, so the people who are wanting to not paint their miniatures helped boost it, so
Okay.
that the people who do want to paint their miniatures get a helpful online video for it, which is quite an interesting one.
Very cool. So yeah, we'll do an online video. A lot of people actually remember this from the Dracaris
Yeah.
game on Kickstarter from Don't Panic Games. We've done a little like tabletop quality video. I think it was like 47 minutes or something like that. So we'll do this for you as well,
Yep.
and it will be on which miniature?
Sorry, I was just taking a drink. It's going to be on Nikola Tesla. It seemed like the logical choice, what with him
Yes.
being the Kickstarter exclusive and being pretty cool, if I do say so myself.
Yes, that's what we thought as well.
Yeah.
And actually, what we will be showing on that is OSL, Object Source
Yes.
Lighting, because obviously he's got this big giant spark going on.
Yep.
And we have. Do you remember this? Oh, here we go. So here we already have a painted miniature.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah, put that up. So that's the one that Ben kind of mocked up, isn't it? Just as a tester.
Yeah. So we will obviously paint the whole miniature in that show. No, we're not going to make a 9-hour video out of it because that would be too much. But we will show a couple of basic things and then really focus on the object source lighting. And it's going to be a free video for everyone to watch, and
Yep.
hopefully it will be out during the campaign.
That's the goal, yeah. It's just about getting the model to you. So
Yeah.
as long as that happens in time,
Yeah. Well, Ben is on vacation this week. Marty's on vacation. I'm all alone.
those lazy swines.
Yeah, I don't even know how to spell vacation anymore. So that's
They were
why-
on vacation the other week as well. They were at a Toy
Yes, they
Soldier
were.
show, you know. It's
Yeah,
You're too good to them.
I am. They got 42 days of vacation a year, so I'm not kidding.
I should really work for you.
Well, now with your success, I don't think I can afford you anymore.
Don't worry, I'm still flat broke right now. It's quite funny. You have a successful Kickstarter, but you put everything into it. So I've got no pennies right now. It's lots of fun.
Yeah. So Sacramento of Carnage asks, what's happening to Painting Buddha? We'll get to that later.
Yeah, that's an important question.
That is an important. The end of Painting Buddha. It's all very, very horrible. Let's see. Things described. Don't forget Harry the Hat.
Ah, yes, yeah, that's the Guild Ball. Oh yeah, because Guild Ball have said it. Hi guys. Yeah, that's a collaboration that I sorted out with Matt and Rich for the Guild Ball model. That was a fun one because we actually, dare I say it, we entered the Games Workshop zone a little bit with that one. Now the reason I say that is because of Chaos Dwarves.
Right.
I don't know if you're familiar with the backstory of how Chaos Dwarves got such big hats.
No.
But it was a very lengthy back and forth process back in the history of Games Workshop where they kept sending it through for approval, the sculptors did, and they kept getting the feedback from like the main higher ups. The hats need to be bigger. The hats need to be bigger. So they thought, you know what, we're going to go truly ridiculous and make this hat ludicrously sized. And it happened to coincide with the time that they didn't really pay attention to the hats coming through, so they just went, yeah, that's fine. So Chaos Dwarves ended up with these ludicrously high hats. And Harry, I think, went through 3 different iterations, and the main feedback each time was, make that hat much bigger. Yeah. So he's ended up actually being called Harry the Hat, and we're kind of working out a backstory where maybe he's not the power, the hat is, and it's got some sort of influence over him.
A little machine inside or something.
Something like that.
Something
I mean,
steampunky. Or maybe he's got a pigeon under the head.
Could be. This is where I get super geeky. There's an episode of Buffy in the later series. I think it's the last series where a guy wears a jacket and it makes him irresistible to all the women. It's like this magical jacket. So
see, I had one of those, but that was many years ago. I lost it.
Really? I rewatched Buffy quite recently. It's my thing to do whilst I'm doing work. I'll just have it on in the background because I'm so familiar with it.
I have not seen Buffy at all. Like one of my best friends is a big Buffy fan, like Buffy everything.
Me too.
And, yeah, I don't know. I really can't comment on it because I haven't really seen anything. So
it's a great show. If you've got a few hundred hours to kill, check it out. You know.
Yeah, that's gonna happen. Actually, last night I started watching Big Bang Theory again because I'm waiting on season 8. But
I see. Not a show I'm such a fan of.
Really?
No.
Oh, how come?
because it takes the mick out of people like us and parades as being about people like us.
Which is awesome.
No, it's against us. It's not with us.
Oh no,
We're
it's
being
the
laughed
worst.
at, not being laughed with, Michael.
We are painting miniatures. What do you expect?
I expect respect, damn it.
Yeah, respect. Now, we already talked about pigeons, and we have a couple of
Oh, the
monkeys here as
chimps.
well.
Yeah, the chimps. I'm really happy that they've been received so positively because
Yeah,
that one in particular I think is just such a fun model.
yeah.
He's hanging off a sign. The street sign that he's actually hanging off, it's got two options. There's one of them's blank, and the other one's actually got a sign on it. If you go to a different update, there is actually next update's actually got the full picture of the chimp on it.
Below or up?
Oh, you're showing a backer only update there, just there. You need
Oh,
to be
I'm showing the
careful.
back only update. Oh, people, so you either copy this and then watch it in slow motion, or you just back. It's easier.
Yeah, you've just gone past an awesome one that.
Here we go.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, so Chester Road, which is actually close to London Zoo.
Mm.
So just to give it place, but there's also a blank version, so you can put whatever you want on there.
It's kind of funny, like when we look at miniatures generally throughout the day. I mean, we see a lot of miniatures from all kinds of manufacturers, and if we see something cool, we just kind of post it, share it between Marty and Ben.
Right.
And I've never heard, like, from one manufacturer, I've never heard Ben say so often, "Wow, that is so cool." Like,
that's really great.
It is, honestly, it is great.
Yeah.
I remember when we did the Creature Caster, when we saw the first version of the Vulture Demon.
Yeah.
Ben just said, I have to paint that.
Yeah, well, that's the one that got me because as a former Zinch player, I immediately saw that and was like, yeah, that's working for me.
Yeah,
That's beautiful.
So, but yeah, for your miniatures as well, like the Rocketeer, for example, was one of the miniatures. This one here, the Tea Machine.
The Tea Machine, everyone has loved. It's all the stuff that I think like is really cool, but I'm not sure other people are going to like. Seem to go down really well.
I think it's new, isn't it?
Yeah, maybe something I just thought of with the chimp as well that I've not actually mentioned, so you can have a nice little exclusive. The end of his weapon, the kind of grabby claw, it's actually interchangeable with the weapon heads on all the other chimps. So the one that Uncle John's got, which has got like the chain blade, you could swap those two around, and the one jumping off the post box, you could swap those two around. You could even swap the banner bearer so that he's holding a weapon instead.
That's pretty cool.
So.
Let's see what else do we have.
Just to give a bit more versatility. But yeah, the Tea Machine has probably been the most popular thing so far, which is why I need to do a Tea stretch goal, I guess.
Yeah, I think so too. Now we have we got 44,000 pounds.
Yes.
Current pledge level.
Last I checked, has it changed at all? Have people dropped out since they've seen me? Have a look.
No, we got one backer more.
Really?
Yes.
Oh yeah, good stuff.
So let's see. I want to show the next stretch goals because one of the things I really like about your campaign is that you're mixing the dollar goals with the kind of Facebook likes things.
The pound goals, Michael. The pound goals.
I'm sorry, it's dollars is everything that's not euro.
Yeah, I just flipping through there. I just saw a comment. I've managed to send out a typo in my latest newsletter about the upcoming pledge as well. So that's great.
That's because I rushed you to come on the show.
A little bit, yeah, just a little bit of a hectic rush at the end. But sorry, yeah. So yes, I'm mixing up the stretch goals a bit, just to try and keep it fresh and different ways in.
Mm-hmm. And actually, we talked about paranormal in the beginning when you were still muted. If you want to just say a couple of words.
Yeah, paranormal's a model that I've had a concept on for a while. She's kind of like a spirit medium, so she can channel the spirits and actually project them and things like that. That's just a small snippet of the model, but that one's got Alan Krasow to sculpt that one, so I think he should do a really nice job of it.
Oh yeah.
Again, I probably butchered his name. I'm not good on my foreign pronunciations. So.
I got the same problem. So
but yeah, that one we're quite close to that. I think on the Facebook.
Then the next one is a 46,000 pounds.
Yes. Yeah. The VIP club. To be honest, I've wanted to do this, and the reason I didn't put it in from the start is because it's an extra level of design on the website, extra admin levels, and I used to be a web developer, so I want to do this properly where there'll be different VIP levels, there'll be different levels of access through that. And basically, the more you contribute positively to Infamy, and that doesn't mean just financially, that means in
Right.
terms of feedback, being an active community member, if you're helpful, if you help new people out with advice, there's going to be ways to measure those in terms of metrics and things, track that, and you'll gradually increase your VIP level and your value. And by doing that, you will get rewards, either credit to your account, not credit, but sorry, but points, which then turn into credit, but mostly just access to cool stuff before other people get to see it and things like that. You know, I'd even like to open it up that if you're in the really high level of VIP, maybe we can have group Skypes and things and talk about concepts and where the game's going. I just want to keep the community involved because obviously they're helping me out right now.
Yeah.
And going ahead, I'd like to keep that going and keep that dialogue open.
Yeah, that is actually one of the big questions that I've been thinking about for, I mean, basically for years, but now especially since we're kind of established as Painting Buddha a little bit after last year, how to actually do that. Also from a technological perspective, because nothing exists in that direction. And but yeah, we're also kind of thinking about the same things, kind of like a BEEBLE BABBLE with people out there. So all of the viewers right now could be on the show, these kind of things, and that probably we'll probably test this, if not this week, maybe next week, because I want to just see how that works.
As long as I'm not one of those people, I managed to break it being just one person. I managed to break it twice. So
yeah, I think it's Skype. We had the same with when we did the last show with Jeremy and with Dizzy Angel.
Oh yeah, the first one we did went great.
Yeah, that's just computers. IT, where would we be without it? So Mel from I think it's Scotland, isn't it, Mel? Or was it the UK? I'm sorry if I mixed this up. But Mel just said that he hasn't pledged yet, but when he will, then he will also add the DVD. And I think the DVD really is an awesome deal because you have the miniature and the DVD for £21. Like.
Yeah, I mean the normal retail price of that model, if it was separate, which it won't be, but it would be like £14 or something like that from me. So
yeah, the normal retail value of the DVD wouldn't be £7.
Yeah, no, it would be way up there. So you're getting a really good deal on that. That's and it was going to be quality. You know, Ben is going to do an amazing job on that model and take you through all the different process. Well, not all the different processes, but the important processes. So I'm looking forward to seeing it.
Yeah, me too. And I think that's we talked about this kind of cooperation, if you want, a lot in the last couple of months. And really, for us, it's just really also giving back to the community. I know that we're not going to make any money of it from it. You make a little bit of money from it, which is great.
Yeah.
But that's really all there is. Just for people to kind of collect this and have it, and the box is going to look awesome. I will convince you to make it.
Yes.
I want the 24K gold, man. I want it.
Maybe to repay you for the fact that you are really like helping me out with this, maybe I have to look into the feasibility of the 24 karat gold. Maybe if the campaign starts going great guns at the end, we could actually add it in as a stretch goal.
Oh, we could.
Yeah, you can tell me all the costs and we can work it out. And if I've got to a certain point,
it's not that bad. It's not like a K of gold that goes in there. That would not be good.
I like to imagine a factory full of people applying gold leaf by hand to it, but in a non-slavery type way. I hasten to add.
What they do is they actually put the gold on there, and then they have these hammers. You kind of put it on.
It's all done by dwarves, right? 7 of them.
I think so.
Yeah.
So let's look at the next stretch goals because I'm pretty confident that you'll hit them. So we had the 46K VIP club, and now we have the 48K.
The mole,
The mole that joins the toad.
Yes, he does. I mean, obviously, he'll be available for other gangs as well. Mole's an interesting chap. He's not a very sociable person. He likes to hang out underground, around the tunnels, digging his own tunnels if you can't find a suitable one. He's an expert in those areas, and down the side of the riverbanks, all the little gunnels and things that run down there. So he's perfect for gangs that want to smuggle stuff. He's perfect for missions, let's say bank robbing, coming up with that rock drill underneath and drilling directly into the safe and things like that. But he's also, because of his lack of social graces, he's a bit of a liability as well, prone to running off and taking cover underground at a moment's notice.
Cool.
But that's
is it going to be the same sculptor as the toad?
No, this one's being sculpted by Stefan Camasetto. Okay. It's almost finished, the sculpt on this one. So if we get closer to that stretch goal, I'll be showing stuff. I'm actually hoping that by the time the stretch goals unlocked, maybe I've actually got an email through with pictures of the finished sculpt,
Nice.
because it's very close.
And I assume it's going to be about the same size as the Toad?
No, he's actually Toad's. I mean, Toad's massive. It's going to be similar to what Badger will be, which is kind of a well. Actually, he'll be even smaller than Badger because Badger's quite a tall man, whereas Toad's very squat. Sorry, Mole's very squat. Even.
Which size level would this be?
This is coming in at the regular size,
okay.
So it's going to be the cheapest option.
Well, that's pretty cool though because you have a lot of detail on it.
Yeah, he's normal human size. What you can't see on that, he's going to have a really cool backpack as well. We've added a little chimney stack to the pack. It slightly mimics the look of the Toad's generator pack, so they're all coming from a similar technological background.
Cool. Yeah, very nice. I like it.
And there are plans for things further ahead than the Mole as well. It's just whether we'll get there or not. You know, I'm quite hopeful that we can get some more cool stuff in. The one that comes after Mole's actually pretty funky. I'm just not quite ready to show it yet, but I can't remember if I've showed you.
What's the name?
Gunnery.
I don't think.
No, maybe I haven't. It's got wings.
No.
Right? Okay. It's got wings.
I don't think I've seen it.
Big wings.
Cool. Wings are always good.
So yeah, that's still to come. There you go. That's a little tease.
Excuse me.
You need to get some of that Pepsi down you from the
Coke
glass.
This is probably why I need my Coke Zero.
I'm on the waters today. I'm keeping nicely hydrated in this summer heat.
Yeah, it's been really hot here, like 35 degrees or something in my apartment. So I had a fun day. All right, cool. So that's basically the current status of your Kickstarter.
Pretty much, yep.
There's 20 more days to go.
There are 20 days. I have to keep reminding myself that I'm not even halfway through yet. I was very tired yesterday. It all caught up with me, and I had to go to bed quite early. It was, it was a bit of an exhausting one.
I had the same over the weekend. Like the week before Stresa, we basically packed 450 boxes.
Right. Yes, you did.
in 4 days or so, and that basically took like 3, 4, 5 on Thursday till 6 a.m. in the morning. At 8 a.m. the DHL driver came and almost fainted when he saw the pile of stuff. Actually, he had like one of these big container carts and was like 2 meters high, just boxes.
Awesome.
And I'm really happy to say that so far, except we had one return from Germany. So Stefan, if you're watching, it's still here. The postman said he didn't live. He wouldn't live there, and he actually posted me pictures of his house number and the post box and stuff. So no, the DHL driver just didn't feel like going, I guess.
Right.
But it actually went all the way to Australia already. I have one customer from Australia who had it. Hong Kong is already there, so it's shipping really fast this time.
That's pretty fast. Yeah.
It's really cool. Yeah.
I hate posting things out. I used to do lots of eBay stuff, and it's such a nightmare. Which is why I've passed it all over to Element Games, because I was like, well, they do it all the time, so they know what they're doing.
Yeah.
Saves me having to do it.
That's not bad. Maybe it's something I have to look into as well, because that was a lot. That's really a lot. I mean, there's like, and our systems are not very integrated. We'll talk about this when we talk about the end, the very sad end of Painting Buddha. but it was some of the things there are just not so nice in the whole logistics department there.
Yeah, I feel like I should have bought a wreath or something to pass to you during this show when you tell more details of Painting Buddha's terrible demise.
Yes. Well, I'm already on fire again. Like.
Yeah.
So Jason Piccini, I think that is pronounced correctly, says, with all the apes we get, we can make the movie Apes the Movie Miniature. so you plan bananas.
I'm actually going to go and watch the new Planet of the Apes film tomorrow. I'm quite looking forward to that. I watched the previous one at the cinema, but watched it again last night with my brother and my girlfriend. So we're in a monkey mood right now.
Yeah, I haven't seen a movie since Daisy, at the movies, and it was really not worth watching. So
don't remember what the last film I saw was. I have a feeling it was quite a good one, so I should probably recall it. But the last one I remember is the Lego Movie, which was quite a while ago now.
So Mazdamundi, I think he's currently the only person who's seen all of the shows. Hello, big shout out.
Well done.
What epic looking models? The apes are my favorite. And I need the next base alchemy Uh, and I need the next Space Alchemy. Did in my life. Earth was awesome. Keep up the work, brother. Ah, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, we have so much feedback, and I actually posted an update earlier on Master Minis that I have 140 emails that I still need to answer today. I think I went to about 100 already. Just people saying how great the DVDs are, which is nice, but so I'm always kind of sending a reply, and it just takes a lot of time to do that.
Yeah, yeah. It's
But
been like that on the Kickstarter as well. People have just been so positive, and it's difficult to reply to everyone because you've got other things to do. But I'm really trying to make sure that I'm showing I really do appreciate all the feedback and all the positivity.
as long as I can, I will keep doing that. And Marty and Ben always say that, like, if we grow, like, I would really like to hire somebody new, a fourth person on the team, just to kind of separate work a little better. We could do much more if we had a fourth person. But the one area that I personally would never give up, and that's probably the opposite of most companies in the world, is the direct customer service.
Yeah.
So any kind of complaint, any kind of questions, these kind of things, I think they're just so important in the industry and, well, in general. And most bosses of companies, if you want to say boss, don't deal with it at all. They outsource it. They outsource it to India, or I don't know what.
It's one of the most time-consuming things, but it's also one of the most important things, because if you can make someone happy, then that's beneficial to you at the end, but it's also very beneficial to them. So why not put the effort in?
Right now, I like it because the fans make us happy, or me happy. If I read those comments, it's so nice. It's really nice. You get the comments from all of the continents except for Antarctica. Again, frickin' penguins.
I imagine you get people sending you photos of models they've painted that they've been helped out with and stuff, and I get to see people painting Infamy models. That is the most rewarding thing that you could have. Have you seen? We talked about David Soper last time. Have you seen he's painting the Uncle John bus now?
Yes, I actually have seen it. Let's bring it up pretty quick. Sprocket, Small World.
Yeah, that's and saw some Infamy models at Figure World again. On Saturday. I'd seen them before, but it's just so nice seeing them again, like John Key's one and Conrad's one. A new one from Nelson Miniatures was there at Sherlock Holmes, so it's just really great. But yeah, that's quite pretty.
That is very pretty. And this is just the first step. I think he did it in a day or something.
He really did it fast. I think it's a day and a half or something, which for him, he must like the model because he's normally quite slow. So that's great.
Look at the texture.
I know. It's both inspiring and soul destroying. Yeah,
this probably doesn't really come out well on the stream because the stream's resolution isn't all that great. But if you go to sprocketsmallworld.blogspot.de or .com, whatever, you'll find it. It's really nice.
Yeah, I think he's actually posted an update on Facebook as well. He's got some more done on it now, so that'll be going up on the blog quite soon, I would guess.
Warpblock Miniatures, that's Alex. Right?
That is Alex, unfortunately.
He says, I know what gunnery is.
Yes, he does. Alex, just knocked my desk and knocked all my Simpsons minifigures off the top of my monitor. Alex is always a worry because he loves to share the information around. So you show Alex something cool and he's just like, oh, I want to tell everyone.
Just shoot me the picture, Alex. He doesn't need to know. Just
He'd have to find it in the long Brindy chat that I sent it in, and that's got like 16,000 messages in or something. So good luck to him.
Awesome. All right. So, anything else with regards to Infamy for the time being?
We've talked about quite a bit. I guess I'd just again, like, while I'm here, thank you to everyone who's backed and everyone who's supported. Some people have been constantly up in their pledges, and that's just baffling and crazy to me. It's great that you like all the models, and it really does. Like, every time I'm updating the Kickstarter, I'm seeing more comments that are positive, and it's just helping me through when I'm getting all tired and stuff like that, you know.
I think for what really is working very well for you is that you already have some miniatures out there, and people know the high quality of them. They know the sculpt and that. So it's not like one of these many Kickstarters where you just really have to see the first miniature, they're doing the first project, and you're kind of buying. You don't really know what you're getting in the end. But now you're producing in the UK. You have the quality under control. All of these kind of things. And you already know what you're doing, so it's pretty cool.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm hoping I'll be able to show some of the finished production models from the Kickstarter before the end of the campaign, just to show that my estimates for the date of completion are probably pessimistic rather than something people need to be concerned is going to go over. You know,
Right.
Tesla might be ready by the end of the campaign to send out. Who knows?
Cool. Well, I know we're gonna have one by the end of this week,
I
probably. Yeah.
really, really hope so. Yeah. Otherwise, I'll be making some complaints.
Yep. Yeah. We'll. Our plan is to film next week and have the video ready by the end of next week.
Which would be
Obviously,
awesome.
it depends a little bit on when we get the miniatures, but I hope that's gonna go well.
Yeah, I think that'll be something really cool for the backers to see, seeing the model being painted that they're going to get to go at soon afterwards.
Yeah. Cool. All right. So, just a quick summary. If you still haven't heard of this, Infamy. Welcome to the Big Smoke. Infamy Miniatures on Kickstarter.
Yep.
Check it out. Share and enjoy it. Everyone who's in the hobby should know about this. And yeah, let's get it to 2 times 42,000.
Just popped up in the corner. Alex is swearing at me now in the comments because he's a very polite young man.
How is he? All right. Okay, so let's close it there. Let's talk about something completely different. Warhammer Fest.
Yeah, I would normally be in on all the knowledge of this sort of thing because I am quite keen on my GW rumors, but I have no idea what Warhammer Fest is.
All right, let me just find it on my own page here real quick. So this is on our blog. There we go. Warhammer Fest. You see this really large image. Actually, I got this from a blog, and I forgot to write down the link. So I mean, it has been confirmed. Actually, we got this information very early in the process, but it has been confirmed there will be a Warhammer Fest. That is the new premier event for Games Workshop. They even have limited edition tickets, which is
what?
Yeah, which is very silly.
Are they made out of gold?
I'm pretty sure they are. And this was at what was this at the?
Did they have
World?
No, they were GW aren't at Figure World. It's not that kind of show.
Okay.
Figure World's in a school hall, and it's very small and just small miniature companies, really.
Okay. So yeah, I don't know where this event was.
They had a 40k open day or a Forge World open day or something. I think this weekend that's just gone, maybe.
Okay. But yeah, Wes actually sent this like right in response to my post, and obviously it is more or less official. So it's going to be in October 2014. It's going to be October 11th through the 12th that weekend. It's going to be a 2-day event.
Right.
Now, allegedly it is in the whatchamacallit, the Rico Arena in Coventry. That is about half an hour east of Birmingham and about an hour south of Nottingham. So the location would at least make a little sense. And the Rico Arena is a football stadium, I believe. So not really sure what's going on there. Nobody knows what kind of event it's going to be. Nobody knows, is it going to be like a games day? Is it going to be more like they did last year where there really weren't any games?
Where it was a purchase day.
Yeah, it was just a day.
Yeah.
Or is there going to be a golden demon? I would be surprised if there wasn't. So I'm pretty sure there will be a golden demon event. I'm also pretty sure that there will be an Armies on Parade event. However, I don't know what kind of quality they expect there because they should announce it. That's not very far away.
It's not far away. I mean, what can you see prices and things on those tickets? What's the sort of cost of this?
No, I really can't say. Can I zoom in there?
Well,
I mean, the first thing is you got 2 tickets. So let me just give you a guesstimate. I would say £35. That is the usual price, and now they do it on 2 days, so you can go in there for £70.
Yeah.
There's no one-click savings on this. You probably pay twice the price.
Yeah, maybe.
Both tickets. But I can't see anything, so I don't know about prices there.
I don't know. Do you think it's like, obviously for me, Games Day and Golden Demon, they used to be separate events back many years ago, but for me, they're something that's established in my brain as something that's a really cool hobby event, and it's only recently that they've started to get more tarnished. Do you think it's essentially going to be exactly the same thing, just they've changed the branding, or do you think it will be something different?
Well, for me, it wouldn't make sense if they changed the branding really, unless they really felt it's so burned now after the last 2 years, maybe or 3 years, that people just associate something negative with the games day. I mean, last year basically all over the world was a disaster, except for the US maybe, and it wasn't fun. I have to say. I mean,
Yeah.
I had fun because met all the cool people again, but that's not a result
Yeah.
of the show, right?
Yeah,
It's more,
that was the appeal for me. That was the only real thing that made it worth going.
yeah, yeah.
Um,
So yeah, I don't know what's going to happen there. I would. I'm surprised it's not at Warhammer World. I heard that they want to kind of renovate it and
I think that's
make it,
happening.
make
Yeah.
it bigger for like a 2,000 person event at
Yeah.
Warhammer World. I don't know how many people they can hold right now, but I'd say probably about 600 or so.
At
Max.
most, I would think, and I would think there's legal things on that due to the capacity. The other thing that's really weird is that ticket on the right didn't have an Imperial Knight or something on it.
You know what? I haven't even looked
Because,
at it.
well, I was thinking, they've called it Warhammer Fest.
Right.
Warhammer is a very specific thing. It's not the overall Games Workshop thing. In fact, it's one of their more minor properties because Warhammer 40k is where it's at.
Right. Right.
Calling it Warhammer Fest, that clearly doesn't mean that it's just Warhammer, does it? It's Games Workshop.
It's going to be Games. I'm pretty sure it's going to be Games Workshop.
Just seems like a bit of a daft name to me, almost, when you've already got a perfectly good name to use.
Are you surprised?
Yes, I am. I mean, I worked for Games Workshop, and while some people were troublesome, but there are a lot of really good, really smart people who work at Games Workshop, and
Yes.
the events team always struck me as people when I was there who really cared and wanted to make it a really good event and want to make it really special.
Well, I completely agree with you. I think and I know this for a fact from Italy. I know this for a fact from Germany because we were in contact with the people that are now no longer with Games Workshop, the people that organize these things. The rule came out 2 years ago. A Golden Demon or a Games Day has to make money.
Yeah.
And with that rule, basically, it fell down. Just because it just doesn't work. Maybe it even does work, but then again, you're having ticket prices of 50 euros to go to an event where you buy items at standard price, which nobody does in the same mine anyways. So it's like, and then there's no games table. It's like, what? It's a games day and you don't have a single gaming table? Like, what is going on?
Yeah, the last games day was very disappointing.
Yeah.
You know, even if you're going to do that, at least make sure the one thing that is hobby-based, which is Golden Demon and the Armies on Parade, at least make sure that that's given some standing instead of being down like 10 flights of stairs in the darkest, deepest cellar of the building.
When I saw those lights in there, I was like, man, I mean, these lights are at least 10 years old.
Oh, they were the same cabinets, I think, that they used when I did Final Cut judging when I worked at Games Days and stuff. They were pretty old.
We went to the Hussar last year and they bought for like 150, 200 euros, they bought these LED strips with the white light. Perfect light. Just really simple, doesn't cost much, but how can you put like these halogen beamers with a red yellowish light like so close to the miniature that you have to be afraid that they actually start melting? Like
it would be, I would like to think that if they're rebranding it and everything, maybe they're taking a new approach and they're trying something new with it. That would be great. If there's a whole new team behind it and they're doing something, that would be wicked. But if it is just the Forge World stand and a few things around the periphery, that's of less interest.
Yeah, I think again, if the rule is we have to make money at this event, it's not going to be good. As simple as that. If I'm a company, sorry,
I was just going to say, I think if they're probably always going to try and make money. But if they could sell all that stuff and still make money whilst having some cool gaming tables, it doesn't cost a lot of money to use a gaming table at the event.
Well, the thing is also, it costs a lot of money to get all of the product to a games day. It costs a lot of money to have all of the people standing behind the sales stands to get them to there and to have them there the whole day. So my first idea, if you really want to save money, is don't ship your products there.
Yeah.
Or give people a rebate. No, it's not going to happen. I know that. But or give people a rebate. I mean, give them a reason to actually shop there.
Yeah.
I mean, why would you not give them 10% or something?
I guess because they don't need to, because the moment people smell that Forge World crack, they're like, beast. I mean, I can't say anything. I bought an awful lot of Forge World stuff at the last Games Day because
I
they had all
remember.
that Advanced Taurus Heresy stuff. Me and
Yeah,
Joe just got straight into the queue as soon as we
yeah.
could, and we
Well,
were
I bought a
buying.
lot too.
Yeah, we were buying Primarchs and all the new stuff.
But
So
you bought Forge World stuff
yeah, that's all I
mostly,
bought.
right?
Yeah, that's pretty
I mean,
much
like,
it.
why would you buy Games Workshop plastic miniatures there, or
Yeah,
paints,
and
or?
but saying that use went before there was a Games Workshop in my hometown. Going to a Games Day and being able to buy those models,
Mm,
all the models, was incredible. I don't
mm.
know if that's so much the case now for most people, but I guess there are still places across the country where there is no Games Workshop, and it is an exciting time to go to a Games Day and see all that product all together.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, I will see. I mean, or we will see. Or actually, I won't see because I will be at Scale Model Challenge that weekend, and
Right.
my priorities are so defined at this point that I'm going to say SMC is going to be everything. I've never been to SMC. Everything I've seen about that show, it's in Eindhoven in the Netherlands,
Yeah.
is awesome. It's an awesome community event. It's organized perfectly. So I'm going to go there, and I'm going to read all of the reports on the Warhammer Fest like everyone else, and then I'll decide whether I'm going to go next year or not.
Maybe I'll go as a roving reporter and I can sneak a camera in and do like an underground kind of video thing for you.
That was so funny when I went in. Was it 2 years ago? Yeah, 2 years ago when it was still at the NEC. They wouldn't let me in with my camera.
Mm.
I had just just a Canon EOS, right? Like it's a normal
Yeah.
camera, and I had actually 2 lenses with me. No, you can't come in with this. This is
Really?
professional video equipment. I'm like, what? Yeah, you can't take this in.
Yeah.
So I said, okay, I'm just gonna browse to my bag, and then I took it in anyway. So it's just so silly. People have these things around their necks, and they're walking in like, and I had a backpack, and that was in there, and so like, oh, you can't
Yeah.
take it.
I would suspect they possibly recognize you. I mean, I saw the Beasts of War guys getting escorted out of the last Games Day.
Really?
Yep. They were had someone walking by them, and I'm pretty sure they were getting walked out. I watched their Weekender report, and they talked about it on there. They were basically asked to stop filming and stuff,
Oh,
which is crazy.
well, I mean, because they make money of it,
But
maybe.
I think that was after that time. I think that was after that had all happened, and they were actually being, considering the show was a bit of a damp squib, they were actually being quite positive about it,
Mm.
more than I probably would have been, to tell you the truth.
Yeah, but those are the things I probably never understand with Games Workshop, unless this changes, unless this kind of, it's insane, really. I think that a lot of things are just not, they make no sense, and unless this changes, I think unless the management changes, it's not going to happen. Now,
They still make models.
2 years ago, I don't really think that they were just singling me out because that's just when I returned from Japan. But
Right.
last year they knew me, so I remember
Yeah.
that. Was what my funnest moment was when I went to this Forge World booth, and Tony Cottrell and what's his name? Phil Chuchinskas, I can't pronounce that, were standing there, and I was walking towards them. They're both like, "Hey, Michael." That was kind of fun.
I get recognition, but only from people who I used to work with, so it's not
Right.
quite the same. But
Yeah. No, but it's I mean, the people at Games Workshop, I like them all. Like Forge World, there's not a single
yeah,
person I don't like, right? I like my favorite team is the special or limited editions team. These guys have just awesome ideas, and they can really kind of live their creativity and make really cool, awesome products. But I think it's just the management. It's just, I don't know what they're doing right now.
yeah. I still like the models. I still like the models a lot. I know there are sometimes misses and people, but all those Space Hawks that just came out a little while ago, I bought them all. You know, they're all waiting to be painted in my collection. I love some of the models that they're doing still.
They had the flying shoebox out today. Did you see that?
I've not seen anything from them today.
Okay.
What's new?
Am I gonna find it now this quickly? I don't know. Probably. Okay, do some intermittent music.
Oh, you'd asked me to do this last time. I could
You
do some
didn't, right?
I could do some beat poetry or something maybe.
You should have prepared something here, man.
I've got some freestyle infamy raps that I can drop.
While we are at the subject of new releases, let me just get this in here real quick. One of my favorite miniatures at the at Stresa, the World Expo, is this new release from Heroes and Villain. And there was one version that it's a Viet Cong fighting girl. I don't know exactly what her name is.
Yeah.
There was one version from Pepa Saavedra, which for me was the best of show. It was
Right.
like at least of this quality, really, really beautiful. And I think Fernando just put this on the store today. So that's then there's some more historical stuff, which maybe for some of our viewers is not that interesting, but this is a really beautiful miniature as well.
There are some amazing historical models out there. Like I feel it's a bit restrictive because of the color palettes and things, but the models themselves are incredible.
This one is more like a little fun one, I think. It's kind of cool. I've never seen anything like this before.
Oh yeah, he's plaiting his beard.
Yeah, and this is more. This is something that I'm not really interested in as far as like models are concerned, like World War II kind of thing. But this is really beautiful model. So
yeah,
Heroes and Villain Miniatures out now. Okay, but I wanted to find something different. I wanted to find the flying shoebox.
Yeah, what is the flying shoebox? Is it a new Space Marine vehicle or something?
Yeah, it's kind of like that. See, I forgot the name of it. The Forge
like the
World,
Storm
whatever.
Raven, which when they brought that out, that was like the flying potato, wasn't it?
It's not going to be long until I find it. Hold on. People probably, everyone who's on watching this now has already seen. It's like, oh, you're wasting time.
Yeah, I'll go to the comments and see everyone moaning and groaning and whinging about stuff. Like,
yeah.
No,
yeah,
actually,
you go read the comments. Come on.
Oh, really? You do know I have a bit of an issue where when I have to actually read something, I forget to breathe. I get all worried.
Like mostly very short sentences, though.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Just trying to keep up with it. I did see something earlier. Someone asked if they'd be able to add money in through the Pledge Manager.
Yes.
And yes, you will be able to do that. Various payment options, hopefully. So you should be able to add on extra purchases after the campaign.
I think in the Becker kit there's no PayPal integration so far, is there?
I think that's the case. I'm still not sure what I'm going to be using though, so it may be that I find a workaround for that.
Yeah, cool. So, question from Jason Piccini again. Will we be at, or either of us be at Spiel in Essen in October?
I won't. I don't think I'm basically too deep in fulfillment to dare to do too many shows this year.
Yeah, and I don't think we're going to be there either because of other meetings. Isn't that the week of Hussar in Poland? I think it is.
There's so many shows now. It's great, but
we'll have a lot. Actually, we'll have a lot of visitors this year still at the Painting Buddha Cave. We have two parties that won the golden ticket from us. So private class for 2 people, and they're both bringing a third for free. Right. So we got 3 Americans coming over this year, which is really cool. And we have 3 French people coming over. So Nicolas, hello. And I know Thomas is watching as well, and I believe that Julien Casses is still on vacation right now. But so they will be here. Then we'll have for almost a week. Then we will have Kirill Kanaev, Yellow One, from Russia here for a week. Actually, he was here last year as well, and we're going to go to Hussar again together. That's going to be fun.
Is he only coming on his own because he actually takes up the space of 3 people when it comes to sleeping and stuff like that?
No, actually, he's not coming on his own.
Right.
His friend Sergey is going to be here, and they both order a lot of stuff from Forge World, which they have delivered here because they don't deliver to Russia. And I think they need an extra plane. There's just so much stuff.
He managed to make the Slayer sword look really like a dagger when he held that thing up. He's a tall guy. Yeah, totally.
Yeah, he had some pretty cool stuff also at Stresa.
Right.
And I've been talking about Stresa quite a bit. Let me just get this up real quick.
That show looked awesome. All the stuff that was coming out of Stresa, there were some beautiful models being shown there. They look like Euro Militaire essentially, but in a nicer place, maybe.
Yeah, I mean the place was really nice. Unfortunately, we had one day of really bad weather. It was extremely hot and humid. But Stresa was that event. Is like you go in there and they have about 5,000 entries, and you don't see anything that is like substandard.
Yeah.
Even in the standard category, the miniatures are really, really good. And then you have like 2,500 master category miniatures, and it's like insane. And if you go to masterminis.blogspot.com or de or .co.uk, whatever.
See some familiar models on that report there.
Yes, you do. We have. Oh look, Infamy! Wow.
Yeah, who'd have thought it?
What a coincidence! Actually, there's 2 things I want to show you. First of all, there's an article with all of the pictures, and there's over 1,000 pictures of really like close-up miniatures from the show. So definitely something worth watching. We met the guys from Nuts Planet there,
Oh,
from South Korea.
I love that. They did the Band of Brothers bust, didn't they? Of
Yes, yes.
Winters. I really want to get that at some point.
Do I have it here? No, I don't have it here. They actually gave me the well, actually I could choose, and I chose the Teutonic Warrior. It's like a kind of a medieval bust, really
That's the
beautiful.
is that the super deformed head one, or is that the?
No, it's pretty a normal head, but it has
Right.
also a helmet.
Oh,
They also have those bobblehead things.
yeah,
Yeah, that's the same company.
yeah,
We had so much fun with these guys, and we introduced them to Western culture. We were invited to Fernando Ruiz Llanos, Heroes and Villain. They rented a villa with 10 people, which was actually turned out to be like a fourth of the price per person than the hotel. Hotels were really expensive.
Wow, yeah.
And so they invited us there, and we got there, and we're like, I mean, not in business suits, but like normal geeks basically.
Yeah.
And then there was this table, like large table with about 20 loaded water pistols. That was fun, and the Koreans didn't grab any, which turned out to be a mistake.
Really? They just thought they'd
Yeah.
play it cool and no one would go after
Yeah,
them.
they're little shy and professional, and we're like, okay, well, you got no guns, so you can't defend yourself, can you? So a lot of people running. It was a lot of fun. It was a really fun evening. Actually, we had two of those evenings. Really cool.
Yeah.
So that's the one thing. Definitely check this out for the picture gallery. It's really some insane stuff. And then the second post I've done also is about pictures mostly, and it has about 15 or so links to other albums. So there's
Yeah,
probably about
this one was really cool. I went
Yeah.
through this one.
like there's probably about in total 2,500-3,000 pictures of miniatures. So if you're at work and you're drinking your coffee and you have an hour or two to kill, or three, that's the place. Okay, but I did find the flying shoebox. Where is it? Here.
Yes. Is it the Stormfang gunship?
Whatever that's called.
Oh, Space Wolves. Yeah. Not a big fan of the Space Wolves.
It is
Yeah.
the storm thing. This is not very. It's a little blurry, but people have. I mean, there's better pictures on Facebook. Actually, I don't totally dislike it.
It's got, is it the Cestus Assault Ram
Yeah.
ship? It's
Yeah.
got a bit of that vibe going on.
Small baby of that.
I used to play Dark Angels, so I'm not a particular fan of Space Wolves. It's required, but
But yeah, I think with a little scratch building, you could probably make this really cool.
it's kind of got that Bumblebee vibe going on where I'm not actually sure it would ever be capable of flying. But having said that my 50,000 stretch goal model's got wings, I probably shouldn't be saying it because I'm not sure that one would fly properly either.
So yeah, it is the Stormfang gunship melts it as well.
It's all right. It's got a hint of Thunderhawk about the front end and stuff, I think, as well.
Okay, we have some more information on the Warhammer Fest actually.
Oh yeah.
Luke Nightwalker, or Luke Daywalker as we call him, Bloodmaster. He just writes, the price is set to be $20, so £20 for each day for the tickets.
That's not too bad.
40 is in order. That's okay. The demon is held on Sunday. Actually, sounds like an interesting concept. Let's see how it plays out. Or it is the party for the new White Warhammer Fantasy Battle Edition. Possible.
Right. Yeah. Maybe.
Possible.
I'm
October's a little late though.
not sure whether I heard that. I don't know if I had heard that Warhammer was going to be 2015. I thought.
Well, I heard this is rumor.
Yeah, rumor for sure.
So my idea was that Warhammer Fantasy Battles will be out this summer. I was very surprised that 40K came out this year. And to me, as I said also on the financial analysis of this, that looked like a money grab. It's like they didn't do too well, let's put out 40K in May. It's like, that has never happened before, right? It's always a summer release. So, and I think they needed to do 40K because that's like 90% of their business, I guess, compared to Warhammer Fantasy, which is more probably like 10, 15, something in that area. And they're not going to make like significant sales when this comes out.
No, I mean I've heard some interesting things rumor-wise about the new Warhammer, and I think it sounds like they're being quite ambitious with it if those things are true. So maybe that takes more time. I don't know. Maybe that means that it's taking them longer to do it. But I'm not the insider like some people would be. It's not like I'm talking to everyone from the studio and they're telling me all the secrets. It's
Right,
just
right, right. Well, plus if you admitted that on there, they would not be talking to you anymore.
no. Well, many of my old Games Workshop friends don't talk to me anyway because they know me and they know that that would be a silly thing to do.
Yeah. Somebody says that the shoebox looks like an overweight X-wing fighter. It's not.
Yeah, a little bit.
Mel said that. Yeah, a little bit. And then Jaboom said, "Oh, where is it? Wait a minute. I just saw a different post. Where's it gone? I don't see it anymore. But I think it was Jaboom who said, how much do we need to raise for the James Griffith?
Yeah, I see that on screen right now.
It's vanished on my side.
This is where I put my. I guess I could do a rap video if we got to 100,000.
You know what? If you get to 100,000, I will be a supporting act.
You could be the human beatbox.
The BEEBLE box. BEEBLE.
I'm known for coming up with weird lyrics to songs and singing about things that I see and stuff like that. I'm not really one to do it in front of an audience, however. So.
Well, I mean, we just do it in front of a camera, and then people don't have to watch it, right?
Yeah, but people will, and then they'll share it, and my friends will see it, and then I'll be embarrassed.
Cool. That's cool, though.
Maybe it's £100,000 stretch goal then.
Okay, let's do a pinky swear, like a virtual pinky swear.
Oh,
here we go.
Well, I'm not very good at working out these things.
No, here we go.
Camera sense. There we go.
Okay,
people, God, what have I done?
You heard it here first. It's gonna be James G. J to the A to the M to the E to the S.
J to the G rapping naturally. Yeah. Or unnaturally, as the case may be.
Supporting background singer, the BEEBLE box. Oh God! I hope you're ending at like 99,000 or something, because that's.
Yeah.
Oh man! All right. Any large-scale versions of the new digital miniatures from the Kickstarters being planned?
Nothing happening during the Kickstarter. I'm sticking purely to 32mm. Mm-hmm. I really like. The bust thing that I did with Uncle John is the thing that really has been exciting for me, because it's something that I've been exposed to more recently with the shows that I've been going to. It's not something I've ever really known about because it was very GW focused and then into more skirmish games and stuff. But getting the Uncle John bust was cool. I'd quite like to do some of the digital models that I've got as busts for sure. There's always the option, because that's one of the joys of digital sculpting. You can print at any scale. I mean, I could. The Joe March model is based on my girlfriend. It is essentially the same as my girlfriend. I could get one. You could get one printed out of foam. It's cut instead of printed, but you could get that a life-size version. So when she goes away, I could have Joe March to snuggle up with. If I'm getting lonely, I could just get her head done and put it in the bed next to me, like.
Before the show you said, I'm not going to be creepy James again on this show, and I really can't help you, man.
Hey, at least I wasn't talking about getting a full-size Captain Brindy to go to bed with me or something.
I mean, you've been doing so far. You could actually take a couple of full-size monkeys or something. Get them off your back.
Oh God. It would be really cool to do for a show, though, wouldn't it? Have a lamppost behind the stand with a monkey hanging off it.
Yeah, absolutely.
That would be pretty awesome. Maybe I'll do that.
Okay, all right, that's awesome. Actually, I'm having ideas right now. We have to change the subject.
That's the £200,000 stretch goal.
There you go. Yeah. Okay, so that's Warhammer Fest, October. We'll see. I mean, I would be surprised if they don't announce it within the next 3 or 4 weeks. They now have the weekly magazines. It is out there. The information is out there.
You usually get like a week or so lead in once that stuff goes out, don't you?
Yeah. Now, we had something planned for tonight, and we were not fast enough with the show because we had like a £42,000 special surprise plan.
We did.
And unfortunately, people tore that down before we actually got to put it out there.
It's one of those good problems, I suppose.
Yes. So what's going to happen is that we will sponsor a Season 1.2, 1.3 bundle for Infamy. So he can give that away.
Yay!
And you will sponsor what for us?
I'm going to sponsor. Well, I'm sponsoring, but you're still being very generous with your donation. It's
there you go.
It's the painted Tesla, isn't it, from the video?
Yes.
So
So next week we plan to paint Tesla, and there will be a lot of updates also during the filming on the blog and on Facebook page. And that painted version that Ben paints will be raffled away.
yep.
Yep.
Because it's our way of doing cool stuff outside of the Kickstarter sphere, where it's a bit more restrictive, I suppose, isn't it? Really.
Yeah. And I was a little hesitant to do giveaways because one of my nightmares every night is that there's still not everyone has received all of the giveaways we've had done in the past.
Right.
There's still a handful sitting here, and that is not making me very happy.
Right. I've got giveaways that I've done on Facebook, and people haven't messaged me their addresses, so I can't physically send them out. I don't know where they live and stuff.
I don't have that. I don't have that excuse. It's all my fault. All my fault.
It happens. It happens.
It happens, and it's interesting because what we had planned is to do like on some of the miniatures. We have the Nuts Planet miniatures here, which are like awesome sculpts and awesome casts as well. I have to say it's probably the best cast I've seen like ever, and I wanted to do reviews on that. But since September, it's literally we're working 16 to 20 hours every day.
Yeah.
So time is an issue, and it doesn't make me happy. But before we will change a lot of things with regards to giveaways in the future. It's going to be more massive and more exciting. But before we announce these things, I want to have kind of like a clean table, get those out of the way, and then we'll do that.
But Michael, Painting Buddha is dying. How can you possibly be doing giveaways in the future? This is all very confusing to me. That's
why we're dying, man. We make no money. Honestly, we have sent out stuff since we are in existence. I think for about €4,500, something like that in that area. Plus shipping, which probably is about the same.
Yeah.
So actually, shipping is a big issue for us as far as giveaways is concerned, and we're going to make it more exciting and different in the future.
Yeah.
So for everyone who's still waiting, I hear you. I got your messages. Things will go out. This week I have time. Marty and Ben are not here. Almost all of the packages, except for 2, 4, 6, 8, are sent out. And unless people have been ordering another 20 tonight, I probably can do it in the next couple of days. So it's going to be interesting. So yes, that's going to be the thing. We're going to give away the DVDs and the miniature. So you're basically sponsoring the miniature, and we're just sponsoring a little of foundation and a little bit of paint. Yeah,
and I'm going to be doing a bigger kind of charity giveaway type thing just before the end of the campaign as well. That's actually going to be through eBay, but I'm going to talk about that more later on. But don't think that Michael's being the only one giving the stuff away. I wouldn't want to leave you out of the loop there. I'm going to throw my weight in later on as well. So.
And then we can talk about the end of Infamy.
yeah. Once I've bankrupted myself, that would be great.
Yeah. No. How are we going to do it? Should we do Twitter? I really haven't done much of Twitter yet. Or what do you want to do on Facebook?
I think the last one I did on Facebook and Twitter combined, basically consolidate the lists of the retweets and the shares, and then just use that random number generator to get someone.
Okay.
So maybe it's fair to do that. So because I know some people don't like Facebook, some people don't like Twitter. So I'm starting to realize that I need to either address them individually with competitions and things, or roll those two together. If you're happy doing that, but
yeah,
maybe if I do it,
we'll do it in the next couple of days. We'll talk about it.
Yeah, so maybe if they do it on both, they can double their chances if they tweet it and they Facebook share it.
Yep, we'll figure out something crazy. So watch our channels in the next couple of days. There will be giveaways, and I think a painted miniature by Ben is a pre-production Tesla, which nobody else will have for at least another half a year. Yep. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm actually going to have to get some fake Facebook and Twitter accounts so I can share that one myself and try and win it.
The difference between you and me is I didn't say it. I was thinking the same thing. It's like, damn, I want it myself.
I've got no creep to me. I just think it and I say it. It's very dangerous sometimes, but
that's where the beard actually is kind of like a buffer. All right. Then I want to just talk, or we can talk a little bit about Figure World.
Oh yeah, Figure World. That's a really cool show that I went to this Saturday. If you're thinking about Games Day and things like that, and Salute, it's about as far away as you can get from a show like that. It's held in Oundle or Oundle. I should know how to pronounce it. I was there, but it's just near to Peterborough in the UK, and it's just a really, really small show. run by some very passionate hobby guys. But to be honest with you, they have a few small stands around it, and people just bring all their beautifully painted miniatures, put them in the middle of the room. There's no competition, there's no judging. It's just a chance for people to come in. It costs £3 for an adult entry, £2 for a child entry, or something like that. You know,
Okay, cool.
it's super cheap, and you can just check out the stands, see all the painted models in the middle. There's no cabinets or anything. You can, most of the time the painters are nearby, so you can ask them if you can pick up the model and have a closer look at it. Really good show. I was there with 3 of the 4 British indie people. Alex couldn't make it, so there was Joe and Alan were there. There are some other stands all around, and the one that I was looking at this time was Tommy's War. I don't know if you know them. They do 54mm World War One figures, and they've got some really beautiful models. They've just getting like.
What were they at Salute?
They were on the top balcony bit.
Okay.
They were at Salute. The models that he does, they're kind of. He was saying it was almost like a niche. No one seemed to be doing World War One miniatures, so he started doing that. And there's some really beautiful sculpts, and the cast quality is really nice. There are a couple of them that are in nice dynamic poses. He's just got one coming out which is a mounted model as well, and yeah, they're really really cool models. If you like your bigger scale stuff, I was definitely into those. If it wasn't for the fact that I feel like I should probably keep my focus on Infamy things, I might have been purchasing a few of those. So.
Okay, I just posted on our Facebook page some pictures that Conrad, my
Conrad was there. He took along his Tallulah 90mm Tallulah that he painted as well.
Okay, cool.
So every time I see Conrad, he tries to sell me that model. And now that I've run the Kickstarter, I feel like the price might be going up a little bit on that one. So
no kidding, it could be a good investment. So yeah, if you want to check it out, the Figure World 2014, the pictures are up on the masterminis.net Facebook page.
Yeah, I think the Figure World actual website, I don't believe it was working last time I tried to access it, but they do have a Facebook page.
Okay.
So you can check it out there.
Yeah, it looked like a really cool little event. And one of the things I would really like to know, and that's also one of the things for the next couple of weeks and months, is there's obviously a lot of big events. You have like 8-10 big events every year, but there's dozens and dozens and dozens of small events. And in most cases, even sometimes for the big events, we hear about them like after the fact.
Yes.
And I would really like to, like, if people know about an event out there, whether it's just a very small, like 50 people, whatever, or even smaller, let us know about it, and we can also share this information. So maybe it's in your area and in your neighborhood, and you can just check it out. I always love these little events. That's how I actually started in the hobbies, were the kind of small events, and then I heard about a games day, and then let's go there, and so yeah.
I managed to miss ones that are local to me sometimes because there's just so much stuff going on, and it's suddenly like, oh wait, no, darn it was 10 miles away, and I've completely missed it.
So Jaboom expected a no to the rap video.
Yeah, that probably would have been the sensible response, but
yeah, but that's sensible. That's not what we're all about, is it?
I feel like 100,000 probably is a no, to tell you the truth. So,
there you go. Yeah, well, he's going to start sharing now. He's got like 500 friends, and there you go. Then you have it.
I wouldn't expect quality if it does happen.
Oh, Jason said he was hoping that I was going to shave my beard. That's not going to happen. Maybe Jason Pacini is the alter ego account of my mother.
Oh, is she not a fan of the facial hair?
No, she's not. No.
Would you lose your power, do you think, if you took the beard off?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's probably why I feel so weak. I had a shave a little while ago, so.
Actually, I got used to it. I mean, right now it's kind of, I have to kind of comb it again, but
yeah,
I don't care. People, it's kind of funny because people recognize me of it because of it. It shows like, oh, it's the beard.
You've made it your symbol. It's your identity.
Yeah, it's kind of fun. And it started out as a stupid bet. It's like I'm not gonna shave before the first season gets sent out. And that was delayed by 3 months, and I was like, and then I liked it. So
you got used to it, yeah.
Okay, so let's see. Yeah, the last 2 subjects is basically it's the same. The end of painting Buddha as we know it. Oh, I said as we know it. No, sorry. The end of painting Buddha is near.
You're so dramatic.
I have to breathe deeply and drink a little bit.
Okay, yeah. Let's pour one out for the demise of painting.
Warm,
But
warm, and flat.
yeah, mine's slightly warm too, and it's Dr. Pepper, which is never good warm.
No, no, it's not. So there's a lot of things. Well, first of all, we've done Painting Buddha now for a year and a half. We have been sending out DVDs exactly for a year. I think before the Games Day US, which was at the end of July. The week before that, we actually shipped out the first season. It was kind of the same this time, like a week before Stresa, we shipped out the next DVDs. So it was very stressful. The DVDs really are not what we want to do in the end. The DVDs we do because we need to pay our bills, right? And the DVDs that we sell right now, and we've sold a lot. Like when we did the first DVD set, we had 68 pre-orders. This time we had 420, and now we've actually sold almost 500.
You've ramped it up a little bit, haven't you?
That is quite amazing. And just for people to understand, the DVDs are really inexpensive at 29 euros. You might compare them to like a 19 euro different manufacturer. I'm not going to say any names, but the DVDs are like the last 2 seasons we did is 1 year person. So a full person for a full year would have used the full year just to make those 2 DVDs. And with this kind of calculation that we're running right now and the success we have, we are almost at break even. We're not quite there yet, but we're almost at break even, which is great. So that was my personal goal for the first year, because you know I'm financing everything right now from my own saved money. But it's really nice to see that we're almost at the point where we're at break even. And now I can start to think about what's going well, what's not going so well, and what do we really want to do in the future. And we started this Operation Infinite Probability Drive. I can't never say it. If
you will insist on using your references, but you can't say them.
Yeah, it's like, I should have called it like Operation Sperm Whale or something, or Petunias or something like that from The Hitchhiker. But no, the thing is, we want to do more than what we're currently doing. Also, we want to do a lot of more stuff for free in the future, and that's actually what people get when they buy the DVDs. Now, obviously, they get great DVDs. They can learn to be a better painter. That's what they're all about. But really, what this support enables us is to actually spend our time, which costs me money, basically, on other things. And that means going to events, reporting from events. And now we will do all these cooperations with you, for example, which we don't charge you for the hours, things like that. So we are trying to support the community. And that includes like startups like yourself. That includes people that sit in America and can't fly to Stresa and these kind of things. And this all costs a lot of money, as you can imagine. It's not that we're just doing that only for fun. No. We're also doing this to kind of share and enjoy the hobby, really.
It is fun, though, right?
It is fun. Honestly, it's a lot of work as well. I mean, if you're lifting your camera 2,000 times with a 2.5 kilogram lens on that, you know what you've been doing after in a room that's like 38 degrees and 100% humidity.
It's no wonder you're so buff. I mean, when I look at you, all I think is Muscle Beach, really.
Yeah, and with muscle we mean fat deposits. But so that's basically what we're doing with the DVDs. And now people are on vacation, we have shipped out our items and so on. A lot of things will change, and there's a lot of things that I don't like right now. The first thing I don't like is the Google blog. You can't really be very expressive in what you do on a Google blog. So in the very, 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 very near future, soon, TM, we will replace the Google blog with something else. The second thing that I really, really, really dislike right now is our shop. The shop that we have has cost a lot of money, and it still costs a lot of money every month. It's very inflexible. I know people from the UK, for example, they can't put their zip code in because it's 6 digits, things like that. People that have ordered something, they can't see their order in the shop because there's a bug. And having these bugs resolved actually costs beyond 1,000 euros, which I don't really feel is a good value for what we actually delivered. So and also it's non-integrated. Like everything we do is very manual, and the whole shipping process is a very, very long process. So with working till 4, 5, 6 every day for the last 21 days or something like that, it's fun, but at some point I can't just stand this fun anymore. It's just too much. I'm getting too old for that.
You're having too much fun.
Yeah, too much fun. So we have actually decided to scrap the whole shop and replace it with a new one. And that's what we've been working between packing packages over the last couple of days. And this week, I would probably say within the next 42 hours, if I may announce this now, we will replace our store and we will replace our blog. The blog is dead.
You've put it out there now. That's a tight time frame.
The shop is dead.
Oh.
Long live the slog.
The slog. That almost sounds a little bit. That sounds a little bit dubious now that I hear it.
No, it's a slog. There's no extra characters in there. So we'll do a lot of new stuff there. And other things that we will do is I called this the 42 is the new 42. We will have more regular content, and we will shape this content to what the people want, right? So right now we're thinking about having something like the Dracarys video, something like your video, online for free on YouTube or Vimeo or wherever, for everyone to enjoy, right? Just as because people that bought our DVD bought so much time for us that we can do this just to kind of promote the hobby more, and we're not taking any money for that. Right, so things like that. The same goes for sculpting. I think sculpting would be very interesting for a lot of people. So this would be one of the ideas that we have for shows. I would love to, I said this earlier in the show, I would love to do like a BEEBLE BABBLE format with the community, basically. Not only these superstars like this James Griffith and Jeremy Glenn and Dizzy Angel Demon, they're all sitting on their yachts, and then they have hammocks, yeah, in your case hammocks, yeah. So no, but I think it would be very interesting just to hear what the community has to say, because we also, I mean, I get a lot of feedback via email. I personally would much prefer to talk to you people. That's what I usually do when I'm at these events. I have no time to take pictures because I'm just yabbering the whole time.
Yeah, totally. I mean, you do. You find yourself in a room for so many hours, and at least you get other people coming into your room. Quite often, it's just me. I mean, now my girlfriend's moved in. At least she's here sometimes, and she keeps me sane. But you do get a little bit silly and isolated, and it would be great to have that feedback direct, I think.
Yeah. So that's something that we're going to do. Again, the end of Painting Buddha, and that's really just the end of Painting Buddha Phase 1. That was us getting used to making DVDs, having the best content that's available out there, and I believe that we do actually have some of the best, if not the best, DVDs out on the market right now. At least that's what we get from the feedback as well. So thank you for everyone who supported us. And your support, and you will see this in the next couple of weeks, will enable us to do much, much more, not just for us, but for the hobby, for the community, and really also for companies like Infamy, Creaturecaster, Dracarys, you name it. And I'm looking forward to that. So sure. It's going to be much more interactive, much more fun, and I think it's going to be faster paced as well.
Yeah, it's quicker turnaround on things.
Yeah, one of our problems, and the one thing that we all, whether it's Ben, Marty, or myself, hate a lot is when we did the DVDs from January to beginning of April, we worked really hard, like really, really, really hard, nonstop on that. But people don't see that, right? Yeah. So for them, it's like the blog is dead for 4 months. Well, was
yes,
dead,
yeah.
Right? It's not a lot happening, and we will actually start weaving things into more like a routine now. Things will be more frequent and more regular. And the last thing I want to say is when I started this whole adventure about a year and a half ago, almost 2 now, I promised transparency, and you will actually see a lot of interaction with the community where we actually will have decisions that we want to make prepared, and we'll let the community decide what we want to do. So a very simple example would be our next DVD set for the basing DVD. Is it going to be fire, is it going to be water, or is it going to be wind? The community can decide, and that will be the next thing we'll do. The same will go for sculpts, for example. They can decide what we do. It goes for painting, for example. We receive a lot of free miniatures from a lot of manufacturers right now. We can't paint them all. It's impossible. I can't even store them anymore. I actually have to sell some of my stuff. We have no more room. So for us, it's like we will present a couple of them, like in a review, unboxing kind of scenario. We'll say, okay, we got these 5 miniatures. Which of these do you want Ben to paint for free for the next show? And the other 4 miniatures go into a big box, and that will be given away at some point.
Sweet.
And if I ask you now, like how many days would one of these periods be?
Who could possibly guess?
Who could possibly guess that?
How long do you? Like picking a random number out of the air, do you mean?
Yes.
In the infinite number of possibilities from the infinite impossibility drive.
Yes.
Does it begin with a 4 and end with a 2 by any chance?
It would actually begin with a 4 and end with a 2, unless you are looking at more than 2 digits. So.
Okay. Okay.
Our plan is actually to have a 42-day cycle. We haven't really found a good word for it yet. So if you have any good ideas for words, for names, let us know. But so in these 42 cycles, we want to kind of reinvent us every 42 days. So things will be much more dynamic, and the direction of the company will change depending on the feedback of the community.
Maybe it's like a butterfly effect thing you've got going on. You start off as a creepy caterpillar, and then you turn into your chrysalis, and then you blossom as a beautiful painting experience full of color and vibrancy, and then you go back.
Yeah, sometimes I feel like I'm going towards the creepy kind of caterpillar phase.
Well, I am Creepy James, so if you need advice on that, you know.
So I'm in good company, you think?
Totally.
So no, but we are all very excited about this. Again, in the next 42 hours, there will be some interesting news. There will also be a lot of potential for savings. Just saying that, just throwing that out. So definitely watch our Facebook page. Watch our Twitter. I think I'm going to do something on Twitter.
Twitter's fun. Yeah.
You know, I like it. I'm not using it enough yet. So
yeah, it takes a bit of getting used to all those hashtags and whatnot, but I'm getting there.
Adeptus Custodes just writes 42 smiley. Yep.
Of course.
Everything is 42.
The time when you catch it all out and you do it to a different number, that's going to be a really worrisome one. We'll be like, is Michael okay? I think he might have something going on. Oh dear.
Oh dear. Yeah. Well, there's a couple of cool numbers. Like 73 is pretty nice. Oh, is it 70? It's 73, isn't it?
73.
You didn't watch Big Bang Theory then?
No. You're in a. For me, it's 13. I picked 13 because basically people think it's unlucky. So maybe people won't be choosing that number if they're doing certain things. So, you know, not that that matters in terms of probability. Any number's going to come just as frequently as the other one, but 13's good.
Jared Anderson just writes, a sculpting video with Patrick Keith would be cool. Yeah. Now, sculpting is a very interesting subject because I would consider 2 different basic approaches. The one is kind of conversions of existing miniatures, and you're obviously limited in your choice of material there. And the other one is just really making a miniature. And we have some really cool plans for that as well.
I didn't even mention this to you, actually. I can say this. The sculpt for Brindy, he's going to probably do a time lapse of his digital sculpting process.
Ah, nice. That's cool.
So hopefully we'll have a time lapse of that entire model being made. Maybe not the very beginning phase, but all the detailing and all the extra details. So that's a whole new thing. I mean, he uses ZBrush or ZBrush, so we can put that out there somewhere for sure.
All right, so that's the end of Painting Buddha. And the rebirth of Painting Buddha.
Farewell, Painting Buddha. Hello, Painting Buddha.
Yeah, there was so much fun. Like when I said this earlier, when my mom called, I just wrote the end of Painting Buddha. I had like 40 messages within 10 minutes. Like, what's going on? Don't play without feelings.
Everyone thought you'd hit a phase of depression and you'd just give it up.
No, depression is nothing that like I mean, yeah, we're working a lot and all that, but it's all fun. It really is. And,
it is.
Like this morning, actually, I went to bed at about 4 or something like that. And I wanted to go to bed at 10, so it was just 6 hours off.
Yeah, that's fair.
I was almost falling asleep on my keyboard. I said, nah, it's enough fun for one day. So
it's a different kind of challenging doing this sort of thing. I mean, for me, yeah, this is tiring sometimes and difficult, but it was much more difficult for me to actually do the job that I really knew I didn't want to be doing than it is to do this and spend a lot more time doing it. You know. Yeah. I get to make toy soldiers.
Yeah, and for me personally, it's really like went to the show, And I mean, obviously there's hundreds of people that we already knew. Like we went from the bus station to the hotel, which was not even a kilometer by foot. And it took us almost 2 hours because like every 10 meters we just meet somebody from Russia, from America, from England, and so on. And it's just that to me is the community.
Totally.
It's the whole fun about it. Yeah.
And that's if people like any of the people viewing have never been to maybe shows outside of Games Day and things, just getting involved in that is so cool. Everyone is so accommodating and they're so willing to give advice out. I mean, I had a talk at Figure World with some quite old chap about painting miniatures with Humbrol paints. You know, they're really, and it's just like at Euro, I had a long conversation with a guy about oil painting, something I've never done, but he was just he was a master of it, and he was just throwing all this advice out and having people around you. It's just such a good experience.
And that's also so nice for us as Painting Buddha, because really we don't say we're only fantasy or we're only historic or whatever. Excuse me, but you're learning so many different techniques from other areas, especially from the historic painters. And if you see some of the historic stuff in the masters category, you go that's insane. I mean, if you look at this and don't recognize the skill behind it, then you're not a miniature freak. It's like
in terms of painting quality, the things I saw at Euro, there were hundreds of potential Slayer Sword standard miniatures if they were just a Games Workshop model.
If like, not thousands,
yeah, it's ridiculous. It's truly insane. There was someone who'd done it was a scene. It was just a barrel in a wasteland area, and it was a barrel about that high. And that's all it was, but they had added snails and foliage and spiders, and it was incredible, like the detail, the different textures. Just doing that, you don't see that at a Games Workshop event, and it's really worth kind of getting out there and seeing these new techniques, because you can apply all that stuff to the bases of your Games Workshop models or your fantasy models.
That's why I would recommend for anyone who's thinking, am I going to Warhammer Fest? I have to get used to the name. Or am I going to SMC? I would probably recommend going to SMC because you see more diversity, really.
Yeah.
And you kind of know what you can expect. For the Warhammer Fest, I really don't know what to expect yet. So I'm just going to have somebody else be surprised and then tell me about it.
And there's Euro Militaire a bit before it as well. That's another weekend kind of thing. Which unfortunately I don't think I'm going to be able to make this year, but
we'll be there. I'll be there for sure. Euro Militaire is kind of like the World Expo, just on a slightly smaller scale.
Yep.
Not just slightly, on a smaller scale, maybe half as many miniatures or so. But you also see tanks, you see historic, you see fantasy, dioramas, light boxes, for example. Light boxes are awesome.
I love those. Those are great. Want some of those. They're brilliant.
Okay, let's go through the comments. There's
a
few actually. Hold on.
Uh-oh.
Okay, Didgman Jens. Didgman. That is a DG, Ditchman Jens, I guess it is. So guys, we're going to do a little event here in Switzerland on the 20th of September. It is more like a tournament weekend. Oh, I know who it is. For Warhammer and some test games. So if you got any ideas how we can support you on this event, just let me know. Would be a pleasure to support you guys in any way. Well, let me just reverse that and ask you how we can support you. So if you have dates, maybe a poster or something, send me a Facebook message. We're going to put it on the blog. It's for more people to see. We do have a lot of people actually in Switzerland following us. So that would be nice. Just send me your stuff. It was sent at 8:42 anyway, so I cannot deny it. Christopher Nelson, pleasure to meet you the other day, James. Uncle John is coming along real nice now.
Yes, I did. That was Nelson Miniatures, who I mentioned, who had the Holmes model. He was one of the brave folks who tried some of my dad's flapjack as well. So I actually tweeted a picture of his Uncle John out along with two other ones, one by Adam Parkhouse and then the studio model. I lined them all up. Yeah,
I'm going to talk. Hopefully, going to talk to Adam sometime this week. We keep trying to make an appointment, but
he's on the school holidays now, isn't he? So you won't be able to catch him. Yeah. So.
Okay, and then we have Jared Anderson. I have a line of miniatures. Who should I contact to send you miniatures to review, give you to fans, and maybe paint? Just send me a message on Facebook. I think it's going to be the easiest. Just my private account. And Facebook is usually what I get fastest. Email is probably the slowest for me because I only have 3 screens, and email is not one of them.
I worked that out a little while ago. It's like if you want to get Michael, just send him a Facebook message, and
Yeah.
hopefully you'll get it back.
If I don't respond on Facebook, I'm doing something completely different. So yeah.
You're not one of those people who reads a message and then ignores it for 2 days either. You're one of those people who.
No, if I ever do, because I mean, if I look at it now, I don't know. There's 25, and yeah, there's another 40, 50 messages or something like that. So sometimes, this morning I had 220 Facebook messages and over 300 emails. So it's like,
Wow, yeah, that doesn't sound like too much fun actually.
no, that's not normal. But most of them were like, "Oh, the DVDs arrived. Thank you so much."
Yeah.
So it's all good news. So mostly, at least.
Have you got a separate group where people can talk about their DVDs and things on Facebook rather than just the main thing?
Not yet. People just post it usually on their own accounts.
Right.
But the whole thing, like everything we do, we have the Master Minis. Really is an old name. Those are things that will change in the future.
Yeah.
So this will turn into Painting Buddha at some point. We'll do more targeted groups. We just created a group for retailers because we want to ship our DVDs to retailers. Mostly because it's very expensive for some countries to actually buy something from us. So you buy €29 DVD, send it to Canada, it costs you €17 in shipping. Like I want to try to avoid that for the fans there. Plus, I want to generate sales for retailers. So we have to look, because our problem is that our DVDs are too cheap. We can't give 50% rebate on something like that. It's impossible. We just lose money on it. But that's going to happen also in the next week. And I think from my side, that's all I want to talk about. Yeah.
Well, I'm glad Painting Buddha's all over and done with, and you can move on to new projects like Painting Buddha.
Yeah. So that was a little fun I had today. Just the end of.
Yeah, you're a dirty tease. You are. You're the boy who cried wolf. Something terrible's going to happen sometime, and no one's going to believe you now, and it's all going to end in tears.
Yeah. All right. So I think we're through.
Yeah, we've done all right. We've got to 2 hours again, even though the first 10 minutes or whatever was technical disaster. But I'm terrified of seeing that. It's just going to be me all like, oh, what's going on?
Like pantomiming.
Yeah.
I think you can actually cut the video. I'm probably going to leave it like that because it's,
of course, because
that involves 2 mouse clicks. All right, guys. So thank you everyone for watching. A lot of viewers tonight. I really appreciate it. Thank you, James. Again, I know that you're very busy right now with the Kickstarter.
That's okay. It's always a pleasure.
So I think by the time now we are at £100,000, and you can start writing the lyrics for your rap song.
I'm going to get my little book of rhymes out and start referencing some of my past verses. I'm all about the metaphor, really. I like to work in some simile to, bounce it around a bit, go back to my roots.
Do that.
What I'm talking about.
Right. Okay, guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks again, James.
Guys.
And I think the next show will probably be next week.
Okie doke.
All right.
Hopefully I can watch this one if I'm not on it and see you do your thing.
All right. Cool.
All right, mate.
See you then.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.